Ladies and gentlemen, nope, wait. There we go. I thought my mic was muted, but it was not muted. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Sorry, we just had a fire down here, guys. No big deal. No big deal. I was just getting ready for the show. We just had a little bit of an electrical issue. It's not a big deal. No biggie. Nothing illicit here, Susan. Please just keep on going. We're good. Great to see everybody. Yeah, those controlled fires. Yeah, we got to make sure we keep everything controlled, so... Yeah. Yeah, the smoke's getting pretty heavy in here. Whoo! It's a fogger. Yeah, it's all CGI. It's all CGI and stuff. Good morning, everybody. Yep, good morning, everybody. Welcome back. This is another week in canna-news. Whoo! Man, what a good one. What a good one it has been. I hope everybody is well. Hope everybody is warm, kicking it fly on this beautiful, beautiful Friday morning. Okay, that one kind of hit. Whew. It's like, must be the smoke or something. There's something in the air here. I don't know what it is. But I want to thank you guys for coming in here, having a seat, joining me today because we're talking everything canna-news. You name it, nothing's off the table today. I posed the question, say, a couple months ago, whether or not we should be doing more lives on YouTube, and the general consensus was yes. Thought about I was going to do it once a month. Then people thought maybe 2 times a month we would jump into all things canna-news, culture, science, health, you name it. I love talking about this plant. I love talking nudes. And why not spread the message, hey? What are you guys toking on this afternoon? It is morning, but I'm probably going to keep saying this afternoon because there's only 10 minutes left. I had some Dreadnought OG. It's really good. It's great for conversation. Also great for making your eyes close unexpectedly when you're not paying attention. But I've learned to overcome it. But it's great to see everybody. I see everybody in the chat here today. The purpose of these live streams are to go through everything content, all right? Everything that's affecting the world around canna-news, so that we can just share the message, spread the word, and talk about something that we all love and enjoy. It has been a crazy couple weeks in the nudes. You guys have probably been keeping up with it, but my goodness, it's a great day to be involved in the world of content. But before we get started, you guys already know we got to do a little bit of housekeeping. I want to give a huge shout out to the channel sponsors. Spider Farmer, man. Spider Farmer just dropping a brand new light. They've got the G3000. It's cost effective, full spectrum, and I think it's going to fit into a smaller sized tent. It's only $270. I use the SE series by Spider Farmer, and I am a huge fan. I recently just harvested an entire 4x4 grow, and the entire thing was filled with one plant, and I used the SE series from Spider Farmer, particularly the SE 5000, one of my favorite lights. And if you use promo code PIGEONS5, you'll save a few dollars off at checkout, and you can use the same dang lights that I'm using, man. In my opinion, the best lights for the best price, hands down. So go ahead. You can either go to spider-farmer.com or spiderfarmer.ca, and then use promo code PIGEONS5. I love them, man. And guys, without skipping a beat, of course, a huge shout out to AC Infinity, man. AC Infinity's sponsor of the channel, proud sponsor of the channel. They've got you covered for smart controllers, ventilation, circulation, and everything in between. AC Infinity is one of the best up-and-coming companies in the business, and if you haven't already, get yourself something from them. They've got humidifiers, air circulation systems, they've got lights, they got clip-on fans, but more importantly, they got the smart controller that controls everything from your phone. So if you go to acinfinity.com, use promo code PIGEONS420, save a few dollars off at checkout, and use the best shiz in the game. It's no cap. No cap, no cap. Listen to me. I sound like a kid now. Guys, whoo! Thank you guys for coming in here this afternoon. We have got a lot to talk about. But first thing I want to get into is something that I haven't even covered in the nudes yet. Oklahoma. Actually, Top Buds covered this story. If you guys have checked that out, if you go to Top Buds with Rob and Pigeons here on YouTube, it's the podcast that we have. And it goes through everything. News, culture, science, health, you name it. Nothing's off the table over there. But we were talking about an Oklahoma judge is saying that the banning of firearms for cannabis users is unconstitutional. I got to be careful because although YouTube can barely handle the nudes, I can't show you pictures of things either because they can't handle that either. So this is big news. So any one of you that are a medicinal patient, Oklahoma judge is saying that you have the right to the Second Amendment. So a federal judge in Oklahoma has ruled that a federal judge prohibiting people who use cannabis from owning firearms is unconstitutional. The latest challenge to firearms regulation after the U.S. Supreme Court's conservative majority set new standards for reviewing the nation's gun laws. Quite honestly, I think this is perfect. I think this is a great idea. I don't think merely the presence of a prescription should be enough to essentially negate you from not having access to a constitutional right. I don't think that everyone, who has a mental illness and needs medication should have access to a firearm. However, I don't think that the sheer fact of having a prescription should negate your ability to own a firearm. So shout out to Oklahoma. I haven't even covered that story yet. That dropped yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. So pretty awesome. Shout out to Oklahoma, man. Oklahoma seems to be the new, what do you want to say? Not the new, but almost, it seems to be the place to be for pot, except for the Cowboy Cup. But I pass the question off to you. Zach, did you hear nudes? No. But I pass the question off to you guys, and with any story that I'm going to talk about today, or at any point, I'm always curious what you guys think. I'm just some guy in my basement yelling at myself into a void of endlessness, and to hear what your guys' input is very important. It's very important. So what do you guys think? Do you think someone who has a prescription to cannabis should immediately lose their right to the Second Amendment? Or do you think that there's a little bit of play there? I'm curious to hear. Soul Seeker, self-defense is a God-given right, and everyone deserves the right to defend themselves regardless of their medical status. Soul Seeker, that's a great opinion. Thank you for sharing it, man. And to which I can somewhat agree. I think you need to show a propensity to, you need to give a reason why your rights should be violated, and that should be with any right, whether it's a criminal right, whether it's a constitutional right. You should be the one to display whether or not you should be the one to exercise that right. If there isn't any, say, preconceived or any kind of notion that you are incapable of it, I think that you should have access to it. But I'm curious what you think. If you're watching this back later, feel free to hit the comment section up. I know we can have a good civil discussion within the comment section. So if there's anyone that hates on anyone else, of course I'll be forced to remove that, but we can have a good civil discourse. A violation of rights should be grounds for treason, Mendo says. Treason. Isn't treason something else, isn't it? Isn't it acting against your government's best interest abroad? I don't know. I could easily Google it, but that'd be too easy. We're not Googling anything around here. Get at it. I do want to get into some big ups in regards to cannabis sales over the course of the last month. Cannabis in New Mexico totaling $4.2 million in January. Missouri tops $12.6 million on the opening weekend of adult use sales. Booyah! Who said there wasn't money in here, man? Who said there wasn't money in here? That's pretty crazy, man. That's pretty crazy. If you're in Florida and you're curious to getting a license for application for a dispensary, Florida sets application date for 22 more medical licenses. Okay, so keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. It is a very interesting time right now in the world of cannabis. I don't know how many times I can say that without getting hit. I imagine I can only say that word a couple more times and then I'm going to get dinged. Yeah, but hey, it's a positive time. But speaking of sales, did you guys hear that Canopy Growth, I didn't even pull this story up actually. Canopy Growth is letting off 35% of their workforce, over 800 jobs. If you guys recall, I actually did a video on the fall of the largest weed company. And I know you guys saw it, but just in case you didn't, this will give you a little context on Canopy Growth. Essentially, you're looking at a company that started out at the top of its game. It was worth like $14 billion. And then through the course of just a few years, managed to squander it all. And now, you can tell in the comment section who of those who have stock in Canopy Growth, because they're still big believers in them. But the reality shows is the company has not made millions of dollars. It loses billions of dollars yearly. So Canopy Growth, this one's coming out of CBC. Canopy Growth, I can't show you this picture because there's herb in it, so I got to read the title, then scroll down, and then I can show you the article. Thank you, YouTube. Of course, although I'm covering the nudes, I can't show you what the nudes is covering. I digress. So Canopy Growth closes Smiths Falls headquarters, laying off 800 workers. The company lost $266 million in the most recent quarter. So in 3 months, they lost $266 million. To the article, CBC's covering Canopy Growth will lay off 800 workers as part of a transformation plan that will see the company close its Hallmark 1 Hershey facility and consolidate some of its cultivation operations. So if you guys don't know, the Hershey's plant, the plant that they use in Smith Falls, Ontario, used to be a Hershey's chocolate plant. And they converted it into this massive cultivation operation. And it was actually quite amazing to see what they had done. But needless to say, the Smith Falls, Ontario's company said Thursday that 40% of the cuts are happening immediately, and the remainder will take place over the next several months. The move is meant to help the company behind brands like Tweed, Quattro, and Doja and Ace Valley reach profitability and enable sustainable and long-term growth. Both have been difficult because the illicit market still captures 40%. Who says this? I bet you it's loser. Okay, both. I love this. Let's blame the illicit market on your inability to sell good product. Let's blame the illicit market for your ability to smuggle illegal product over the border of the American and over the American-Canadian border. Explain to me how the illicit market has the ability to blow $266 million in 3 months. Oh my God, they just can't even face up to it. Both have become difficult because the illicit market still captures about 40% of all pot sales. And the Canadian cannabis sector is valued below the $7 billion that was once projected, said David Klein, Canopy Growth's chief executive. You're telling me you couldn't find profitability even in something less than $7 billion? I think it's like $4 billion. Like our industry's $4 billion, and you still couldn't find. You were like the first to the scene. You had an endless amount of investor money, but yet you still managed to just buy up property all over the world, tried to stomp out the little man. You've been lobbying the government that against home grows. Like, karma's a bitch. Karma's a bitch. But the reality is that this company has like fumbled, stumbled, tripped, fell, scraped their knee, sprained their ankle, all in like the first 7 feet of a 100-meter race. So it's no surprise. I feel sorry for the people that are going to lose their job. But I saw this coming. I even say it in the video that, I can't see how success is going to happen when they're buying up property in South America. They've got stuff in Europe, and it's like, whoa. You haven't even figured out the Canadian market yet. So that must be the illicit market's fault. Of course. Sorry. The illicit market, the one that was already there, already functioning, had its own actors and economy, and yet we just tried to start an entirely new one from scratch. So, I seen it coming, unfortunately, but I'm not entirely sure if there's going to be any shed tears over this, because like, unfortunately, like, Canopy Growth is the epitome of not necessarily big tech, but big money squashing this industry, this community, this culture. It's gross. It's gross, and so it's no surprise. It's no surprise that they're not able to figure their stuff out and they're going under. And are they gonna go under? Like, again, like I said, like. It would be crazy to see a company of this magnitude go completely under. I couldn't see that happening. I think they'll just keep shedding weight until they're a skeleton of their former self, where at that point they'll either restructure and rebuild, or somebody will purchase them and it'll continue on either in the same or different name. So, yep. But that's Canopy Growth. That's for the record, that's the largest. I'm pretty sure they're still the largest weed company in the world. Company in the world. Oh, okay, Green Thumb Industries. Okay, so no, they're not even close anymore. Of course not. So it's Green Thumb Industries, followed by Cureleaf, followed by Afria, or Afria, whichever you want to refer to them as, and then Organigram. So... And I'm sorry if any comments are being held. I don't do that. The chat automatically does that. So your top 7, your top 10 are. This is Wikipedia. Green Thumb Industries, Cureleaf. This is 750 million. Organigram. So Canopy Growth comes in at 1, 2, 3, at 4. I don't know why it's done in this order, but. Revenue 400 million. So coming in at 4th, Green Thumb, Cureleaf, Afria, and Canopy Growth, followed by Aurora, Tilray, Organigram, CanTrust Holdings, and Kronos Group. But these are the biggest actors right now in cannabis, and they're not these aren't great actors. These aren't great actors for the community, for the longevity. Many of them, not all. I shouldn't say. I don't know all of them, but many of them have such horrible histories. Like, I can't remember who's using radiation for their product here. Like, you guys are familiar with radiating your product? You guys have heard of that? What irradiated cannabis What is irradiated cannabis, and is it safe? During the process of cultivation, the plants undergo a process which includes drying. These processes may lead to the accumulation of pathogens such as fungi and bacteria. However, many nations have strict regulations concerning the level of pathogens that are allowed to remain on the product before going to consumers. Due to reasons such as this, some cultivators make use of irradiation on dry flowers in order to reduce the chances of an accumulation of surviving pathogens. Before getting better understanding of the what's and whys of irradiated cannabis, let's have a quick look at the pathogens. Nope. Let's just see what you're doing to my herb. So essentially, it's the idea is that they're trying to cleanse the product is really what they're trying to do. So the source that I have is Very Heal. I don't really know the source, to be honest with you, but this is a practice that's done. Like quite like all over my country. I'm sure it's being done in America too. So irradiation helps eliminate pathogens, is what they're saying here. Okay, so irradiation refers to when the plant is exposed to radiation. According to media reports, it's estimated that approximately 80%, this is gross, but of course I can't substantiate this. I don't know where the source is coming from. But anyways, of licensed cultivators are using irradiation for sterilization of cannabis. You guys can read it. No, you can't. I'm on the wrong page. So, irradiation of sterilization in Canada. So, like, to me, that's a problem. I think that's a no-go for me, to be totally honest with you. So, yeah, it's quite frightening. So, needless to say, these aren't good actors within the space. So again, I ain't shedding no tear when it comes to irradiating fruit is very common, and I'm sure it is. But there's not a lot of fruit out there that we smoke. Many of us, many of us have had a hookah, but I just don't understand. It's our product for hundreds of years has had 0 deaths related to it. What on earth are we trying to sterilize? You know what I mean? I'm just not entirely sure what the process is for. Like, why? Is it merely because, the government's getting involved and it's speeding, or not even necessarily the government, but it's private companies that are getting involved, that are trying to speed up the process so that they can get product on the shelf quicker and more efficiently. And that's a problem for me. That's a problem. I don't like the idea that we can just speed up a natural process. It frightens me. But that's the story. I'm curious what you guys think, not only when it comes to the canopy growth story, but when it comes to the idea of using radiation to clean your bud. Maybe just call me like a tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist, but this is just a no-go. This is no bueno for me. I really don't care about canopy growth. I feel bad for the people that are going to lose their jobs. I don't feel bad for a company that's done nothing really for the progress of legalization of our product in this country. So, but the idea of using radiation to sterilize herb. Yeah. What is the source of radiation? I would be, you know what, Dave, maybe I will do a deeper dive into this. I really have no idea. I don't even know different phases of radiation. All I think of when I think of radiation is yellow suits with like skulls and the little triangle with the circles in it, the bio, and Chernobyl. So I'm like, Chernobyl weed just doesn't do it for me. Maybe that's ignorant. No, actually, that's totally ignorant. But that's where I'm gonna lie. Sorry. It is what it is. I don't think it's right. I've never used radiation in my garden, and let me tell you, I've got some incredible product. And let me tell you what I'm not getting at the dispensary. Incredible product. Okay? It's like sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Most of the time it's like bleh, it's like meh, yeah. It's going to be a no-go for me. No-go for me. But like I said, for any of these stories, I'm curious what you guys think. So that's the story, and I'm curious what you guys will think on that one. If you guys had an opportunity to check out the shorts, guys, a little bit of new topics coming in and around the channel. For those of you that are not familiar with shorts, if you go to the main channel or that link right there, you'll see along the top, it says home, videos, shorts. There's a new short that drops every single day. Every single day. Today's was how you can save money cleaning your glass. Essentially, I give a little tip on why I didn't realize that this was just a non-known fact. But some ways how you can save a little money in the garden is this one. So if you're not familiar with it, come tune in every single week or every single day for a brand new short. Also, guys, I kind of wanted to clarify something. Grove bags. That's what started off the week's worth of shorts. Are they all hype or what? What's your guys' opinion on Grove bags? As you guys are letting me know, Gage, yo, Idiom, appreciate you, man. Hit that thumbs up, guys, if you guys really enjoy these live streams. I will try to do these news streams 2 times a month. That'll give us an opportunity to lay down a bunch of vidges, lay down a bunch of nudes, and then we can talk about it. We can come talk about it. So let me know. But in the meantime, hit that thumbs up if you do enjoy them. Not only does it let me know that you guys absolutely do enjoy the content, but it also lets the algorithm feed this stuff through to the max amount of people. So I appreciate that as well. So I hit up Grove bags. I said, "Joe, Grove bags. I'm gonna be harvesting a bunch of weed. I want to put your stuff to the test. I've heard some crazy things about it. I don't believe any of it. Can you send me some of your stuff? And let me see. And they came through. Where is it? It's over here. Check this out, actually. Check this out. So they sent me some pillowcases. They sent me the 1 pound bags. I'm not gonna put a full pound in here, but these are the pound bags. These are like your pillowcases. And then I've got the smaller ones here. These are gonna fit like your half pounds, I'm assuming. And then I've got like your quarters here, your quarter pounds. But then what really tickled my fancy here, ladies and gentlemen, were these, man. Check this out. So I've got like these little, what would you call these, little quatch bags? Can I say that? Little quarter bags. Sorry, we used to say quatch back in the day, but little quatch bags here, little quarters. This is dope. It's not dope. It's actually cereal, Susan. This is pretty snazzy. I like the idea that you can have I pull out a bag. I'm like, yo, bro, come check out my stuff, man. I got some of this just crazy. Some woohoo. And ooh. I love pulling this stuff out. So, yeah, got access to these. I'm putting them to the test. It's not dope. putting these to the test, and I'm going to figure out, do I like them or not? Do I like them or not? To be totally honest with you, I love the idea. I love the idea of like the custom bags and stuff, especially when it's like I'm having a party or you got the friends over, you're having a barbecue, and it's like, hey, friends, come check this out. And I go through it, and I'm like, oh, look what I got. Oh, some of this. Downside, immediate downside. Storage, man. When I put them in in a drawer, I put them in the glass jar, and the glass jar I can put them in rows, I can bang them around, nothing happens. You can't put these together; they're gonna squish. So I'm still waiting to get a final opinion of these. I have not long term. I've got some already in use right now. The ones I showed you, I got other ones. They're in use. And I'll give my final opinion in a couple weeks when I really give these things a good rundown. But that's my major flaw in this. So, yeah. Jars are bust. That's where I'm at. Yeah. So, checking in on the comments, man. What do you guys think of the groves, bro? What do you guys think of the groves? I see hi again out there. Good to see you guys. Congratulations on the beautiful studio. Congratulations on the beautiful build. You guys did a wonderful job. Everything's looking fantastic. I'm very happy with you guys. Or happy with you? Very happy with you guys. Very happy for you guys. Heat seal it is the best way to go. Yep, you gotta heat seal them. Or it's no go. I totally agree. It is sick. Mac 420, you concur? Yeah. Good to see you, P. Thank you, Laszlo. Good to see you too, friend. Your signal reaches all the way over here to Prohibition Land. Aha! Normalized now. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Welcome. I'm glad you guys can make it in. We're taking a venture through the nudes. We're taking a venture through through everything, our product, and there's been lots in the nudes, and we kind of just hashed out the canopy growth, hashing out that Oklahoma is going to allow that if you have a medicinal license, medicinal prescription, you're not going to lose your access to the Second Amendment, which is good news. So yeah, how many times can you use them? I'm assuming until they break. But I've really, if you're gonna heat seal them, you're only gonna use them one time. So yeah. So needless to say, it's if it's heat sealed, imagine it's only one time. But if you don't heat seal them, which is not going to be as effective, it's going to be no different than just twisting the lid on a jar, right? Then it's probably going to last forever. Well, I put them through a durability test, and like these things are pretty durable, man. Like these. Now I'm not very strong, to be honest. But like honestly, you're not gonna destroy it. Okay, I'm stretching it. Ow. Okay, so all I did was stretch it, but can I still close it? Like they're pretty indestructible. I hurt my fingers. Ow. Well, that bag's done. I wouldn't think so. Not really. I'm still getting it closed. It's still closing. Did I just let one rip? I was squealing, bro. Alright, so it's kaputs. I can't get the, mainly because my fingers are numb right now after all those shenanigans. But I am sealing it. Oh, yes I am. I haven't got it all the way, but I've sealed it a little. My fingers are so numb right now from trying to grape that. Nice to see you, P. Yay, Mrs. MPK. It's great to see you too. Great to see you, Mallory. Oh, Mrs. P is gonna get you again if you don't watch your heart rate. Right. That's why I got to watch. It keeps tabs. So I also one of the shorts, as I get completely distracted, one of the shorts that I did was humidity packs, and I didn't throw any brands out there. Humidity packs, yay or nay? What do you think? As you kind of figure it out, I played the short here. I'll show it to you here. This is my analogy. Of humidity packs. Let me turn this down to about here and go. When I get asked about humidity packs, I tend to refer to an analogy that I once heard about a man lost in the woods with a firearm. They say statistically that a man is less likely to survive in the woods with a firearm than someone who is lost in the woods without a firearm. And they say that's because he becomes too reliant upon his tools and not enough reliant upon his senses. I think the same thing is true when you're talking about humidity packs. Great tools, but it's not going to do the work for you. You still need to rely on your senses to get you to that finish point. The humidity pack is only going to control the humidity within a range. If it's too much or too little, that humidity pack won't work. It's only really good to a plus minus 5 to 10%. So do the work. Don't be reliant on the tools. They will get it done for you if you use them together. That's why when I get asked about humidity packs, people ask me why do you finish it with that's why? It's because it's looped. But yeah, that's kind of the analogy that I have. Never heard that analogy, and it makes sense. Although it's an old one. I get it. And I often find the biggest complaint that I have. Didn't realize I was playing my own voice in the background. The biggest complaint that I have is that. The biggest complaint that I hear is that when people use the humidity pack, they're like, oh, I molded my stuff. Oh, I molded it. I'm like, well, it wasn't ready for a humidity pack then, is pretty much what it is. Every time, Bovita gets shit on all the time about it, all the time. I never use Bovita packs. They just mold my stuff all the time. I'm like, no. Even people misrepresent Grove bags. Grove bags on their website specifically says that your product needs to be at the optimal humidity. It's dry before you put it in the bag and seal it off. People are like, no burping needed. Well, that's because you need to burp it before you put it in the Grove bags. Duh. Like they tend to forget that. That it's like if you just chop your stuff off and you put it in a Grove bag 6 days after, or 7-8 days immediately right into a grow bag, and you heat seal that grow bag, they're all gonna mold. I guarantee you. Grove bags is not going to take that 90% bud, that 70 or whatever percent, and just bring it down to 60% for you. No, it's going to mold. I guarantee it. So that's why when in my comment section, people were all, I didn't believe it. People were like, you don't need to burp. It does it all. Everything's for you. You just put it in there, heat seal, it's done. I'm like, what? I'm like, how? But that's just literally the fact. People are just like, on the website, it says, and it says on their website, not only does it need to be like essentially optimal humidity before you put it into the bag, that what they're suggesting is that it will maintain the humidity. It will keep it between 58 and 62%. So yeah. It's not that, like, it's great technology. They really look cool. I wish my glass mason jars looked like that. You know what I mean? I wish they were just as fancy. But yeah, it's great technology. There's something here. It's just they're being misrepresented in the comments. That's all. But yeah. As I said, I can see myself. C-Vault 2 looks great. I do have C-Vaults that are on the way, so I'm going to be giving them a long-term test as well. Long-term test as well. So yeah, I'm going to find out what's the best way to do it, because we're all real old school. Well, we're not. I'm real old school when it comes to. I'm mason jars, man. Mason jars the whole way. I was going to show you a jar of herb, but I'm not going to do it. But what I would, what is nice is that when you can hand a jar of herbs to your friend, you know what I mean? You'd be like, hey, this is my hard-earned, this is my work. And he's looking at that, or she's looking at that. Wow. I'm like, yeah. There's something about just getting a jar of bud, you know? That's what I'm looking at. But what do you guys think? What's your take on, and we'll go to the comment section here. Salt Coast Fishing. What's your take on the Canatrol system? Sounds amazing. What's Chris say about it? Loves it. I know he likes it, but how does it compare to traditional curing and compared to other options such as groves? Here's the thing: is that he's gonna give it a full test too. He's not sure. They say that you can just chop it and put it in the Canatrol. Done. That makes more sense to me because it's actually regulated. It's actually controlled. You know what I mean? It's got meters and dials and gauges and stuff and it's stuff, you know. It's not a plastic bag with a Ziploc. You know what I mean? So, and that's not plastic, but you know what I mean? So, I think it's great, and I would love to get my hands on one too. And in fact, I'll be reaching out. Can you guys do me? Oh my God. I didn't realize I left this up here. That's embarrassing. Okay, that's a Twitch thing. That's not a YouTube thing. I forgot which scene I was on here. My bad. Low key embarrassing. All right. Don't tell anyone though. But that's embarrassing. If you guys could do me a favor, just real quick, it does me a solid. If you guys can hit the like button, man. I know a few of you guys just strolled in here and are just chilling and didn't hear me say it. I really appreciate if you guys could do me a solid. Hit that like button, man. I do want to do these live streams 2 times a month. There's a lot. It's a very exciting time right now in the world of canna-news, and man, bringing it live with a scheduled time is pretty dang awesome. So if it's something that you can get down with too, please, if you wouldn't mind, I appreciate you. So what else did I have? I think I had something else too to cover, if I'm not mistaken. Big. It was big too. It was big. Oh, the bowl trimmer. So if you go, I did a live stream. There it is right there, actually, with a hat on top of it. I did a short and I did a live stream. And the short was is it worth it kind of thing, but the live stream was freaking amazing. If you guys don't know, I stream every single day, twitch.tv/pigeons420. You have to come check it out. We do all kinds of crazy things over there, whether it's just getting high, whether it's just chilling, chatting, gaming, you name it. We do everything over there. And OMG, it was so much fun. I harvested a pound in about 3.5 hours. And I was 4.5 hours in a live stream. That's what it was. It was 4.5 hours of a live stream. But I was showing the buds. I ran upstairs to go show the old lady because I was excited about it. Yo, Jamaican, thank you for the follow over on Twitch. I see that. If you guys hit the follow, I'll give you a shout out. I see that 5 minutes ago. You hit that follow on Twitch. Thank you. It took me no time at all to stir that stuff up, man. It was so easy. Okay, my gripes are, okay, and I'm gonna hit you with it straight. My gripes are, 1, the handle. The handle's a pain in the ass. Well, There's the first pain in the ass. It's not even there. It comes off. It comes off. It should have like a little screw on it or something that allows you to keep the handle on the thing, because it just comes right off. It's so frustrating. Constantly have to take it off, put it on, take it off, just leave it on, or have a way for me to screw it on, and I'm gonna leave it on forever. The other thing I didn't like was around the outsides of the trimmer itself. A lot of product fell, it went on the lid and then fell on the rim of the bowl. So every time you would take the lid off, product would fall on the floor or wherever the lid was. So you need to keep that in mind and only lift the lid off where it was like somewhere where it was like you were going to see it. And so I was like, it was a little frustrating. So other than the loss of product out the sides and the lid or the handle, it was pretty much everything that I had thought it wouldn't be. I remember saying that bowl trimmers are a waste. They eat up your buds and they destroy the trichomes and everything that the comments section said. Guys, I don't know if it's just this bowl trimmer, because this is the only bowl trimmer I've ever tried, but let me tell you, if you can harvest a pound of herb in 4.5 hours with a live stream, while I was like, ooh, look at this. Every time I'd show up, I was like, oh my gosh, look at this, because I was so excited how well it was trimming it. Like, I was talking to people, I was testing it out, I totally, if I wasn't live, I could have harvested that plant in 2 hours. A pound in 2 hours. Pretty amazing. Now, the buds did leave a little bit to be desired. So there were some spots where it was like, meh, it could have been trimmed a little bit more. But the way the tumble works is that if you work it too long, you'll just disintegrate your buds into nothing, or little round balls. But you hit it with the right spin, and you're leaving on just a little bit of sugar leaf. And I mean, it was like little bit to the point where it's like I knew that when it goes into the bag, I knew that when I pull a bud out, I would just flip off the sugar leaves. You know what I mean? Because they're crispy, right? So I just flip them off, done. Flip them off, get out of here. You know what I mean? Put it in, done. So will I harvest any other way ever again? Nope. I'm going to be harvesting with that thing every single time. So I didn't think that was the case. I didn't think that was going to be the case, but it was amazing, and I will totally use it again. I'm sold. Like I said, it's the only bowl trimmer I have ever used, and this one worked very, very well. I like, and if you want to see what the buds looked like, you can go back to my Instagram, or you can go to my Instagram, Pigeons420, or you can go back to my Twitch, and you can just see the live streams. Actually, in fact, I need to download them because I want to keep them. I gotta highlight, or at least highlight it. That's what I need to do. Highlight those streams because it was awesome. It was just so cool. It was so cool. No, they're already gone. Never mind. Okay, they've gone into the abyss. But thankfully, I did get some footage of it. And I do have the product shown on my Instagram. So, and I have cereal in here, so I can't show you. Sorry, I got something in my eye. But on my Instagram, where they're not running down my neck, you can see the product. Straight goods. Pretty damn awesome. So that's bowl trimmers. Have you guys ever tried them? Do you think it's worth it? Are they a waste of time? I'm curious. I was a naysayer. I just thought, I even looked at the trichomes. After I was done, and sure, they you could tell that they had been knocked around a bit, but they were all there. You know what I mean? You're talking to a guy that used to wash his buds here, so. Also want to mention this is probably the best Harvest. Best product I have ever had. This is the Dreadnought OG by the OG boys. And oh boy. Best I've ever had. Goes Dreadnought OG, Solar Sugar, Dark Plasma. That's for me. For the OG. Booyah! And this Dreadnought OG, I'm telling you right now, is number 1 for me of all time. Of all time. It is so funky. It's like if like Dirty Feet ran through like a swampy, kind of mossy, just nasty, and like, but it's got it's got like a natural smell to it too. So it's like someone who ran through with their dirty foots, but ran through like a nice swamp of daisies almost. It's like very nice, very nice. I love it. It's got that funk, man. It's got that funk. But yeah, love it. So, did the bowl trimmer take any of that away? No. So just check out the comments because I want to do that. I appreciate you guys, man. Steve says, why would a home grower even think about PGRs? I don't think about PGRs at all, man. Plant growth regulators, I don't even know what they are, bro. I have no idea. This is a conversation for you to have with Mr. Grow It. He's far smarter than I am. Even Rob could answer this question, bro. PGRs are purple grape raccoons. So anyways, that's fine. Nothing wrong with autos, but you don't need that stuff. Plus, it's unhealthy. Oh, for you're talking about PGRs, autos. I don't grow autos. I've got a video out there that says why I don't think you should grow autos, and yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Just wanted a topic covered. What's that? Exactly. Oh, the PGRs. Was that you? Your thoughts on PGRs? I would never, but your thoughts? Oh, I see. And it's a legitimate question. And I think it's not necessary. But again, there's good PGRs and there's bad PGRs. But again, I don't know enough. I just don't know. I just don't know. That's the best I can do for you, man. Snagged Mr. Grow It's book. Respect. Yo, Gord. Hey, I'm glad to hear that, man. I've got his book right here. Baby. Actually, that reminds me. I gotta get this guy to sign it for me. God, don't tell him I said that. Yeah, I also have a short out there that the short's called "This Book Will Save Your Garden," and I'm not wrong. So make sure you check it out. I agree with autos, but to each their own. 100%. I'm a content creator, and I like to give my opinion on things, to just give direction and insight, whether it's positive or negative, or whether it's just something. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna fire it off. Gonna give you my honest feel about it. Love the book. Yeah, you love the book, Fly Fish. Yeah. I also want to give a shout out to, this is huge. This is the nudes that matters most. All right, and I should have started the show with this, but this is what matters most. I want to give a huge shout out to Cannabis Lifestyle TV, our boys over at CLTV. These boys just got their 100,000 subscriber play button at 195,000 subscribers, but long overdue. Well-deserved, and an absolutely monumentous moment for the gardening community. If you guys recall, I covered a story in regards to Mendo Dope Boys receiving their 100 subscriber play button as well. That's the silver play button. And I know many of you are like, what? But essentially, this is it's a piece of this industry on this side of the screen. As a creator, there aren't too many physical items you're gonna get that really kind of take an ode or a tip of the hat to the work that you do here. And the play buttons, is really one of those things. You know, it's really one of those things. Even if it's only for a minute. Even if it's a struggle, and you know what I mean. It's only for a minute that we know. Yeah, huge shout out to CLTV, and a huge shout out. Now it wasn't. This was made news yesterday on From the Stash. Mr. Grow It got his 100,000 subscriber play button as well, and that's pretty dang awesome. And of course, I have to make this about me, and I've got to be the one to tell the story. So there will be a short coming about that as well. So don't worry, I got shorts coming for days. Shorts on shorts on shorts on shorts. I got to postpone some shorts because I got shorts that need to take over where some shorts are going. So, but a huge shout out to Mr. Grow It, a huge shout out to CLTV, and just an ode to huge shout out to Mendo Dope Boys too for getting their plaque just at the end of last year. So yes, and I do see you guys in the comments. I appreciate you guys' love, man. Mine is coming soon. It may or may not. I did get kicked out of the YouTube partnership program last week. Wait, what day is it? It's Friday. It was this week on Tuesday, I think. I got kicked out of the YouTube partnership program. So chances are I won't get it right away because I have to try to get back into the partnership program, and that's when they'll allow it, and so on and so forth. So they kicked me out after they just gave me memberships not 3 months ago. You know what I mean? Like they just reviewed my channel for partnership 3 months ago. And so I got monetized. Now that didn't mean anything. The monetization doesn't mean anything because there's really no money in YouTube ad revenue for us. But it was the ability to have memberships. But they took that away too. So anyways, this isn't about me. I do think I will get my button eventually. I just probably won't be when I hit 100K. I might have to wait till I get to 200K like everybody else. I am dangerous, Bill Goat. Yes, they did remove my partnership because of dangerous content. Yes. Yeah, it is. But thank you guys so much. Yes, mine's coming. Not far. 97.9. I think we're at 97, like 950 or something. So we're really, really close. I should make my own blackjack and hookers. Yeah, you're probably right. King Rat. Yeah, you're probably right. But yeah, it is a huge shout out to the community, man. It just means that strides are being made. You know, yeah, I got kicked out, but 2 of my Gromies managed to secure something that our community has not been able to get, and that is freaking awesome. That's freaking awesome. So my time's to come. My time's to come for sure. It's due time. But I'm curious what you guys have got growing on in your gardens. Just to give you guys a little update to top things off here for the end of the show. My garden in the veg tent is looking fantastic. Just confirmed 2 females for Zaza Genetics Dead Ops OG. Dead Ops OG. Dead Ops OG. I got 2 females. I'm very, very excited about it. So I can't wait. I cannot wait to get those into the flower tent. I just harvested 1 tent, 1 plant, 4x4, and it was amazing. So this time I'm going to do 2 plants, 4x4, and I think it's going to be even better. I won't have to use as much time. Good question. I'll chop with the clown because this is one I get quite often. If there's no money, then why don't you show your plants on YouTube? It's the same reason I give every time. And you know what? I'm going to answer this only for the 100th time, but only in front of 1,000 times to come. It's not about the money, man. I am right now non-partnershiped with YouTube. My views are going to be impacted because of it. If you don't have a channel that's clean, that's acceptable, that is advertiser friendly, you are not going to be perpetuated. You're not going to be promoted. You're not going to be, you're not even going to get your content sent to the subscribers who consciously hit the subscription button. Your content is going to be behind a wall. And that's unfortunate. that is unfortunate. When you are partnered and you can get those green dollar signs, not only can you make possibly, $100 a month, but you know that that green dollar sign is going to be content that YouTube is going to push. Got to ask yourself, let's say you ran a business and you got to choose 4 types of content. You could choose content that made your company a whole lot of money. You could choose content that made it a little bit of money, no money at all. And then there's cannabis content, okay? What are you going to do? Well, you're going to ixnay this one. Why? Because it's federally illegal, okay? Federally illegal. You don't have a choice. You're shooting yourself in the foot just by allowing it in the first place. Then, what are you going to do? Shit, let's get rid of the next and just make a whole bunch of money, right? And avoid all the issues in between. So that's the reason that I want my content to be ad friendly. That's the title that they put on it, not me. Ad friendly, so that my viewers can see my content. That's it. My name is not Mr. Beast. I'm not Markiplier. I'm not PewDiePie. I'm not insert your favorite YouTuber here. I'm not getting that CPM, that clicks per million or that clicks per whatever. My CPM, like some people can get $2, $2 per CPM, which is a massive. Anyone in the cannabis content, is not getting those kind of numbers. If they've managed to clean their content up in a way that allows for the partnership program and allows for the green dollar sign, there is a potential to make money on there. I'm not saying there's just $0. It's just you're not making the money that someone who can get a Coca-Cola advertisement or a Pfizer advertisement or a, you know what I mean? So you have to understand that I as a content creator, someone who is very passionate about this plant, very passionate about this community, very passionate about this industry, very passionate about this culture. I believe that even though the platforms and mainstream media and big tech stand in front of me, I know that I can use their platforms playing by their rules to still get my message spread. So really, who's using who here? Right? I don't need the money. I just want to get my message spread. I'm going to play by their rules so that I can get my job done. You know what I mean? And it's working. You know what I'm saying? So that's the mission I'm on. I'm going to keep doing it, but I have to play by the rules. Do you guys know the story of Rosa Parks? The young black lady that sat on the back of the bus? Do you know that the NAACP placed her, conjured up the idea to put her on the bus? Like it wasn't just something that happened out of nowhere. It was strategic. There was organizations that played by the rules that were set for them. Okay. Was it morally right? Maybe not. Was it just? Sure, maybe. You know what I mean? But they had to do it. Which then caused a lawsuit to take place, and the lawsuit would essentially be the foundation that would allow for essentially cultural change amongst an entire nation. Maybe it's a loose analogy, but it's like it's there. You have a people that are being marginalized, which is my community, and by bigger, more powerful entities. How can I manage to use the rules to change this entity? So that's it's the exact same thing. I can either cry and whine and complain and bitch and moan that it's just hard and tough and not easy, or I can fight and I can push forward with the tools that are available to me. So she fought against the rules. You're damn right. So I see myself. I can't see myself as the same, but it's loosely got a very similar idea, So not the same, but I get it. Yeah, the analogy is very similar, but yeah, it's civil disobedience. It's a good way to put it. You and the rest of the stash are definitely moving the needle for all of us. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Peaceful civil disobedience. That's right. Groza Parks. So yeah, keep up the good fight. Thank you guys. Thank you. Gross. I'm putting that on a t-shirt. So yeah. So needless to say, it's always gonna be it's always gonna be an adventure, and I choose the yeah. Would have been cool if she smoked on the bus. Wouldn't that have made for a great story, hey? 2 birds, 1 stone. So anyways, I pose the question as I always do to you guys. I want to know what you guys think. Am I way out in left field on this one? Do you guys agree? Do you disagree? I want to know. Because as I said, I'm just a guy in my basement, just talking into a microphone, into an endless abyss, and sometimes the reality check of people from around the world is exactly what I need to make me think, oh, okay, all right, nope, had that one wrong, I get it, okay, so, any goose. I do quickly want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors, though, as we tail out of here, guys. Because if it was not, and I mean it, if it was not for these guys, I would not be able to do this and ramble on about something that I care so passionately about, and make a living out of it at the same time. And not only that, I harvested an incredible amount of herb using these products myself. So I want to give a huge shout out to Spider Farmer, man. Spider Farmer has been in my garden for years. They're the light of choice. I will not use anything else. Spider Farmer is the place to go. If you go to spiderfarmer.ca or www.spider-farmer.com, use promo code PIGEONS5. I think you'll save about 8% off at checkout. I use the SE series lights. These things are it's the cat's. It's the cats, you get it. You guys have got to check them out. They've got the dim functions. They're doing everything. It's bar styles. The bars aren't spaced out evenly. They're spaced out, spread out to give you the most coverage over an entire 4x4 tent. So it's the one I use. I love it. Go to this website. Check them out. Promo code PIGEONS5. Guarantee it's going to be the last light you ever buy. AC Infinity is also in my garden, and I've got the Controller 69 Pro. I've got the inline fans. I've got the humidifier, which is my personal. It's by far my favorite piece of equipment in the garden ever. Like anything, I know it's a humidifier, and you're thinking, hey, really, pigeons? A humidifier? Yeah. It's the best piece in the garden because humidity is the most underrated part of gardening. I'm telling you right now, you heard it here. I believe, and myself included, often underestimate the power of good humidity in your garden. Someone finally came out with an automated humidifier that speaks to the controller, that speaks to your tent, that talks to your plants. You know what I'm talking? So it's like, yes, please. That's my favorite piece of equipment, and that's from AC Infinity. Promo code PIGEONS420. I know. I if they can just put a camera in there next, I'm laughing. Okay, I got all these things. I don't have this. I got the clip-ons. I've got the, what is that actually? If that's the light, what is this? Controller, inline, and the humidifier. Got it all. Use promo code PIGEONS420 at acinfinity.com. And okay, can I tell you guys something that I probably shouldn't tell you? You want to know what I used for studio lighting? Where is it? When we were in Vegas, AC Infinity sent me other lights. They sent me their strip lighting, their supplemental lighting. And I used those things everywhere. I used them everywhere. I used them as studio lights. They clung onto the tent and everything. Uh, I wish it was here. I know they're here somewhere. But anyways, I use them for the studio. Actually, I used to have them right here. But when I did my harvest stream on Twitch, I had those lights. I had those lights strung everywhere so that I could get good lighting, man. I use them for everything. Man. You can connect your light to the controller too. Yes, I can. Yeah, the controller does do multiple brands of lights. You're 100% right. But again, I just want to give a huge shout out to them. Spider Farmer, AC Infinity. I've got the best sponsors in the game, and I love talking about them because they're the greatest, and it is what it is. So, Pigeons 5 for Spider Farmer, Pigeons 420 for AC Infinity. But more importantly, thank you guys for coming in here. Coming in hot, hot, hot. Baby say hot, hot, hot. Coming in for these live streams. I want you guys to get used to them. All right. This is the third or fourth in a row that we're doing now. Nudes, live streams, talking about all things nudes, culture, science, health, you name it. We're going to talk about it when it comes to our product, our plant, our community, whether it's online, whether it's in the garden, whether it's in the industry. I want to be the one that you can come to and you can somewhat rely on and trust to bring you that kind of information. If you guys enjoy it, please, can you hit the like button? Because it's really the best way, other than you guys spam in the comments that you enjoy this. It's really the best way that I can see it. And it really tickles my heart. It tickles my heart that you guys come in here and participate. So the idea is that I'm going to be doing these 2 times a month to go over things. So keep the nudes coming. Yeah, you like that, Zach? It keeps hiding your comment every time you say that. Oh, another moderator handled this. Thank you, other moderator. I wanted to go through a few things. If you haven't known, I sourced the internet quite crazily to find all kinds of information in regards to the world of our product. I do have to kind of bounce around what I say, just to hail to the YouTube gods. You know, they don't like our words because words are weapons. Yeah, I think Marshall Mathers taught us that in the mid 2000s. Anyways, Colorado's launching an energy efficient program for cultivators. It's a free technical assistance and access to financing for cultivators as part of a program to boost energy efficiency. Now, this is something I can get behind. The inaugural round of applications for the CROP, the crop, will be open February 15th. The move follows a pivot program launched in the early 2020s. Are we already saying the early 2020s? Can we stop that? Can we stop that already? Can we just stop that? Let's just stop saying early 2020s. It is early 2020s. Jesus. Come on. On a Friday? You're going to throw this at me? Technical assistance provided by Contractor Resource Innovations will include marijuana facility audits to identify impactful efficiency improvements, such as installing LED fixtures or upgrading HVAC systems. Cultivation business owners will then work with Colorado Clean Energy Fund to secure low-interest financing to implement these improvements. This is great. This is the kind of stuff that I can get behind. I get criticized a lot for my opinion on a legal system. People think, and it's okay, you know, as long as you can justify in some way, or at least articulate why you believe this, then that's great. I'd love to hear from you. I believe that cannabis should be legalized federally, provincially, at a state level, municipally. Can I say that? Municipal wampasis. And the reason for that is because of just this. So Colorado's launching a energy efficient program to grow weed. Yeah. Like, The entire process of growing is like the idea that we're shipping dirt around the world to grow plants is ridiculous in a long-term sustainable manner. You know what I mean? So I like this. I wish I could call somebody up and say, "Hi, I have an indoor garden, and I'm actually just setting up, and I'm not sure how the electrical should be done. I've got a local electrician. Yep, but can you just make sure it's signed off so it can handle all this stuff? Perfect, great. You know what I mean? Because what does the local electrician? He knows how to set up electricity, but does he know the conditions of a garden on electricals? Do they have do they know the mold? Maybe not. I want someone that's going to be able to regulate this. I want someone that can come in and check on the little mom pop shops that are like trying to struggle to make their way through. And it's like, okay, there does need to be some check and balance. I understand that there's always going to be an abuse of power. So some people are just going to get by and other people won't. Some people will be able to pay for influence, but that's not the program that I see, right? Let's try to think of a utopian program and then try to address all the issues. So I see a program where we can help people keep their gardens on a consistent level. So everybody's growing the same. Okay, can we get solar panels in there? Can we manage a way that we're using less water? These are good things to think about. So yeah, I get criticized a lot for my idea. And I also think you should be able to tax recreational cannabis. Ooh, you can at me for that one too. Louisiana's largest medicinal product producer is doubling in capacity. Pretty dang awesome. Good Day Farm is the largest medical producer in Louisiana. It's doubling its production capacity this year amid strong patient demand and new regulation expanding access. So that's pretty exciting. More expansion, baby. And in Louisiana. Let her buck, man. Louisiana. Let's see it happen. What's we got? Metric track and trace system expands to Missouri adult use. Good old Metric. Go Americans. Right? America, like the only one that uses Metric. What's up? Yo, what's up, D-Man? Good to see you, friend. So let me just check real quick on one more source. Oh, cannabis tech platform LeafLink raises $100 million amid management shuffle. Never even heard of this one. New York-based cannabis wholesale technology platform LeafLink raised $100 million in a Series D financing as its founders transition into new roles of the company. Cannabis tech. What kind of tech? According to a news release, the financing was led by CPMG, L2 Ventures, and Nocera Capital, and will continue in 2 tranches. I don't know what that means. What do they do? Huh. Anyways, yeah. I was curious. Cannabis technology, $100 million. What do you do? Anyway. So, what's going on over here? What's going on in the chat? Dredgerport is hilarious for. Until yesterday, my mom thought hash was the big H. Hashish. We do tax recreational cannabis. Yep. Yeah, but a lot of people don't think you should. And a lot of places where it's not legal are still kind of contemplating the idea of taxes. I just think, it's like we could really... There's a lot of money in recreational toking that I think you could really do a lot of good to our society. And then again, it's like, how do you use that money? Who regulates who uses that money and what that money gets for? That's a whole other story. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be all that I have. That's it for today. I want to wrap this up because I don't want these to be too long. It's already 90 minutes. I just want to give a quick shout out to everyone that tuned in today, all the love, everyone that signed up on Twitch. Don't forget, you can follow me at twitch.tv/pigeons420. That's where you can find, here, I'll even put a link actually in the description so you guys can manage your way around. And I will be live tonight. It's Friday night, man. We're going to turn up. You guys already know. You can find me on Twitch. You can find me on Instagram at Pigeons420 as well, if you didn't already know. Boom. There's my Instagram. If you're not already following From the Stash, make sure you are. From the Stash is dropping all kinds of content always now. So make sure that you're checking in. We just celebrated 25,000 subscribers. That's the latest podcast, guys. Make sure you go check that out. Or that's just the channel. Go check the channel. And then Top Buds, man. Top Buds with Rob and Pigeons. When we can make it, we are live every Monday and Friday. Come check it out. That's everything that's cannabis and more. Make sure you come and check that out. What else do I got? I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. You can find me on Social Club, too, if you're digging around the trenches of Social Club. But that's it, man. That's it. That's all the time I have today, guys. I hope you enjoyed going through the nudes, culture, science, health, everything surrounding this plant that we love and adore. I've got some incredible projects coming up in store over the course. Oh, Discord. Yeah, it's a good one. Thank you. I got a ton of projects in store that I can't share entirely with you yet because I'm working on a few of them. But I have got a lot of things that I cannot wait that are in store. So if you guys haven't, you guys want to come check out my Discord, tons of plant questions, plant things, everything gardening related. Yeah, come check it out. Come check it out. That's it. Man, I appreciate you guys so much. That's a Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Have an even better day today. And I hope to see you guys tonight on Twitch. All right? On a roll. Have a good one, man. Gord, I'm outie. Big word. Thank you for being here. Wins Web Dragon, you too. East Coast Grower. We'll see you on Twitch, man. Grower Mo. Desmo Do. You take care. Zero Bloom. Take it easy, man. The amazing Thunderlips. Amazing Thunderlips. Take it easy, my friend. See you, Mama Kush. 420 ADHD. Have a great day. Dank Bobby. Hipsters and hippies. Bad News Nesto. All right. See you guys. This one.